Hello everyone, and welcome back to my little corner of the internet where we make all things beautiful and delicious. Today we're indulging in one of my greatest passions, sewing. Now I know what you might be thinking. Sewing an entire dress? That seems hard. But let me assure you, with a few simple tips and tricks, creating your own stunning garments is not only achievable, it's incredibly rewarding. So gather your fabrics, your threads, and your adventurous spirit, and let's get started on a journey to create beautiful, well-crafted dresses together. Choosing the right fabric is the very foundation of a beautiful dress. It's like selecting the perfect ingredients for a delectable recipe. You wouldn't use stale bread for a delicate soufflé, would you? When selecting your fabric, consider the drape, how gracefully it falls and flows. Think about the texture. Is it soft and supple or crisp and structured? And of course, envision the final garment. A flowing silk chiffon for an elegant evening gown, or perhaps a sturdy cotton twill for a charming sundress. Remember, the fabric you choose will not only determine the look of your dress, but also how it feels against your skin and how it stands the test of time. Take your time, explore the options, and select a fabric that speaks to your vision. Now, I know it's tempting to skip ahead to the exciting part, the cutting and sewing, but trust me, pre-washing your fabric is a crucial step you don't want to overlook. Think of it as giving your fabric a relaxing spa treatment before the hard work begins. Fabrics, especially natural fibers like cotton and linen, have a tendency to shrink after their first wash. Imagine finishing your beautiful dress, only to have it shrink to doll size after its first trip to the laundry. Pre-washing eliminates this risk, ensuring that your finished garment will fit perfectly even after multiple washes. Just like a good set of knives is essential in the kitchen, having the right needles for your sewing machine is crucial for successful dressmaking. Needles come in various sizes and types, each designed for different fabrics and purposes. Using the wrong needle can lead to skipped stitches, puckered seams, or even damage to your fabric. For delicate fabrics like silk and chiffon, a fine, sharp needle is your best bet. For heavier fabrics like denim or canvas, a stronger, thicker needle will be needed. When in doubt, consult your sewing machine manual or visit your local fabric store for expert advice. Now let's talk about another essential tool in our dressmaking arsenal: a good pair of scissors. These are not your average household scissors. Dressmaking shears are specifically designed to cut through fabric smoothly and precisely. Invest in a high-quality pair and keep them sharp. Dull scissors will only lead to frustration, frayed edges, and uneven cuts. Remember to treat your scissors with care, using them only for fabric and storing them properly when not in use. For those who truly want to elevate their dressmaking game, let me introduce you to the Rotary cutter. This ingenious tool is a game changer, especially when working with large pieces of fabric or cutting multiple layers at once. A rotary cutter uses a circular blade to slice through fabric, producing beautifully clean, precise cuts with incredible speed. It's like having a pizza cutter for your fabric. Before we even think about sewing, we need to talk about marking. Just like a well-planned garden, a well-marked fabric ensures precision and accuracy in your dressmaking. Use fabric markers or tailor's chalk to transfer pattern markings onto your fabric. These markings serve as your guideposts, ensuring that darts are perfectly aligned and seams match up seamlessly. Pinning your secret weapon against shifting fabrics. Think of pins as the tiny peacekeepers of the sewing world, holding your fabric together and preventing any unwanted movement. Pinning your fabric before sewing is crucial for keeping everything aligned and preventing those dreaded puckers or uneven seams. Use sharp, fine pins that won't snag or damage your fabric. The seam ripper, every dressmaker's saving grace. Even the most experienced sewists make mistakes. That's where our trusty seam ripper comes in. This little tool is a lifesaver when you need to undo a seam without damaging your fabric. It's like a miniature surgical instrument, allowing you to precisely remove unwanted stitches. Keep a seam ripper close at hand and don't be afraid to use it. Press your way to perfection. The power of pressing. Pressing is often overlooked by novice sewists, but let me tell you, it's the key to achieving professional-looking results. Imagine a beautifully ironed tablecloth versus one that's wrinkled and creased. Which one looks more inviting? The same principle applies to dressmaking. Pressing your seams as you sew helps to flatten the fabric, set the stitches, and create a crisp, polished finish. Interfacing is a secret weapon in the world of dressmaking, adding structure, support, and a professional touch to your garments. It's like the boning in a corset, invisible but essential for shaping and support. Use interfacing to stabilize collars, cuffs, waistbands, or any area that needs a little extra oomph. Before we unveil the final masterpiece, let's have a dress rehearsal, shall we? Sewing a test garment, also known as a muslin, is like a sneak peek, a chance to perfect the fit and make any necessary adjustments before cutting into your precious final fabric. When working with multiple layers of fabric or slippery materials, a walking foot can be your best friend. This handy attachment helps to feed the fabric evenly through the sewing machine, preventing any bunching or puckering. Just like a beautifully wrapped gift, finishing your seams adds a touch of polish and professionalism to your dress. Seam finishes prevent fraying, add durability, and give your garment a clean, finished look on the inside. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is a beautifully crafted dress. Dressmaking is a labor of love, and rushing through it will only lead to mistakes and frustration. Take your time, enjoy the process, and remember that the journey is just as important as the destination. Like any worthwhile endeavor, dressmaking is a journey of continuous learning. Don't be afraid to experiment, make mistakes, and learn from them. The more you sew, the better you'll become. Thank you for joining me on this dressmaking adventure. I hope these tips and tricks empower you to create your own stunning garments with confidence and joy. Remember, the most important ingredient in any recipe, whether it's a delicious cake or a beautiful dress, is love. So pour your heart into your creations, embrace the process, and never stop exploring the endless possibilities of sewing. Until next time, happy sewing!